into the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features a very good defense. The Bucs are top 10 in fewest points allowed, and they'll be up against a Giants offense that wants to prove it can do some damage.
All right, thank you, Larry. We are on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by their 6'5" QB out of Cal. It's Davis Webb.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader, because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. This offense has a lot to account for, but at the top of the defense's list is OBJ.
I'm not sure how you really game plan for him, because no matter what you do, he finds a way to uncover himself downfield. And the speed gets it from his mom, a former sprinter at LSU.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. Webb now from the gun. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And, oh, this is Beckham remaining down on the ground. And apparently in some pain. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. First down, it's Webb. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. So second down, 3 yards to go now. Out of the gun, it's Webb. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The starting 11 defensively for Tampa Bay.
Brendan Hargraves was drafted out of Florida to be a starting corner by Tampa Bay, and they believe not in just his physical abilities, but also his confidence. And that proved to be true in his rookie year. Didn't give up much space to some of the elite wide receivers in the NFL. Made plenty of plays on the football downfield and showed the ability to recover if ever beaten on a route.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, Webb. And Vereen, sure-handed as he is, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
They'll run. It's Vereen. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. They'll run again with Vereen. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Webb. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. To throw, Winston. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The numbers there for Howard a week ago. 4 catches, 74 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. Winston now from the 50. He's going to fire one deep over. That's caught inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Catches like that from Mike Evans, just another reason he was the 7th pick in 2014.
It's almost not fair because you can see the frame. What is he, about 6'5" or so, somewhere in that neighborhood? So his catch radius is just absolutely tremendous. That makes it very difficult to cover him, even if you surround him with people. But also, he can run. I mean, his speed is absolutely surprising to a lot of people.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 24 carries, 114 yards.
So he scored his 8th touchdown on the ground last week, and most guys I know, they want to get into round numbers. So, 10 is really the goal, and this is one sport where being selfish and scoring touchdowns is a good thing. Look for he and the offense to try and get him in there at least twice in this game.
Jameis to throw it. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Now Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, lest my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
Second down, Winston. And he slings one that's incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover it? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You going to yell at me? You go cover it.
And New York set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball is thrown.
Here we go.
To throw on second down, here's Webb. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To throw on 3rd down, Webb, and he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
Green 39! Green 39!
To throw again, Webb. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
And he couldn't hang on. Almost an interception there defensively. Instead, it brings up 4th. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
The Giants defense working their way back onto the field now. And as we're going to see right here, they have been laying some pretty electrifying hits in this one.
And these are for real. Okay, as you watch, think about putting yourself in that spot, about being the ball carrier or the receiver.
I don't want to.
And then taking that shot, it is something else. It's not like when we were watching that video clip where they showed you how they make sounds for movies. This is for real.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Now a second down throw for Winston. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now Jameis on second down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, when defensive coordinators game plan to put pressure on a quarterback, they often want to use blindside rushes, and that's exactly what they did there. The cornerback gets to him and drops him.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 3rd down, Winston. And he's going to go down again.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Beckham, the return. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
They stick on the ground. Again, it's Vereen. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short game.
And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now. as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
From the gun, Winston. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a third down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Yeah, this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. Here's Beckham, and he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Webb to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
On the run, here's Vereen. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A big play there. 56 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try to loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. He got 29 yards that time.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Going to give this time to the tailback. Down to the 25. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Winston from the gun on third down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Flushed out right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. 2nd and goal from the 1. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, nice move. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman.
And the pressure gets to him again. Quan Alexander in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we will toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with... Sorry, Larry, your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Off the play fake, Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Winston now. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. To throw is Winston. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Tyler Davison in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Winston. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the side.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit. There, when you're having a big game, I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 1st and 10, Webb. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Play action, it's Webb. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough, swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now Webb. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Here we go.
They'll run here with Vereen. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defensive unit ranks 3rd in the NFL against the run, and I love what they're doing. Plugging up everything inside, hard to make way, and then they can run to the perimeter and shut you down that way as well.
Here's Vereen. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Webb now from the gun. He finds Beckham complete. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Robert Kimdichie in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
Fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let him know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. 4th and goal. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. A decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. Here's Winston. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. What will Webb try to do here after the sack as he brings his guys up third and long? Out of the gun, it's Webb. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Play fake. Winston. Allen has it left side. And he's brought down after a good gain. A nice gain at 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Jameis to throw it. Over the middle, Julian Edelman, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is. to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Now Winston. And incomplete on the deep ball. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and 5. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. A dump off to Sims. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The New York set to take the field. Now a 1st down throw. Webb. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Throwing again. Webb. Webb can't escape as he goes down. Gerald McCoy in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
What will Webb try to do here after the sack as he brings his guys up 3rd and long? Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early.
Offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. The Giants on 3rd down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and forever.
Here we go. 3-19.
From the gun, Webb. No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So out come the Bucs now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes. Out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Here's Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Winston. He's got Evans. And a big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll give it here to his running back. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Second down following the run. And they give this time to the tailback. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Winston. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. First down now, but that clock rolling. On first down, it's Webb. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Webb trying to get him to the line and set quickly. To throw on second down, here's Webb. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Operating from the gun, Webb. Throw left side complete. It's Bailey. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And he'll spike it with exactly 30 seconds now left on the clock. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. From the gun, Webb. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Operating from the gun, Webb. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Webb. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Buccaneers, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.